Welcome back, guys. Hope you're having a lovely day. I sure. Oh man, yeah. Today we're gonna keep this short and sweet. That means it's gonna be a 10-hour long video. So grab your popcorn, sit in your seats, and expect there to be a nice fat ass print when you stand up. But in all seriousness, I want to talk about something that's been making my ass itch. Like I just worked a long 12-hour shift at the DMV, sending people to the back of the line because we no longer take Social Security as a form of identification. Is that true? No. I would send them back anyway. Anywho, let's get down to it. I just want to talk about this, not really the drama with Atsu and everything, although that's part of it, but the Gacha community as a whole, and why I fucking hate it, and why most of the creators are some of the most irritating people to be content creators in general. This isn't tooting my own horn. I don't think I'm a great one in particular, obviously, but this is about a personality and personal level, and this is me speaking as a fan of YouTubers and just content creation in general, right? And this is where it comes into play, the whole Atsu situation and his harm oneself not claims, but alluding to such a thing. As someone who has lost someone or people to this, I'll tell you this right now. 99% of the time, it'll just happen. You won't see it coming. They won't tell you. They're here, and then they're gone. They don't make a 32-page document in which they try to drag down everyone they called a friend to the damn grave with them. Okay? This is this is akin to a murder in myself. This is something you don't see from very mentally stable people. This is a man who has brought down every single terrible thing that's happening to him currently on himself. Gets no views because he doesn't stream, he doesn't post content. Go figure, you'll become less popular. But instead of taking accountability for being a lazy shit, despite his job being probably the most sought after and, I'll be honest, easiest jobs out there, he sits down and fucking plays Genshin. Like, bro, it doesn't, I can make guides for Genshin in my fucking sleep. Like, this is not difficult work, right? Like, so you switch to this character, you press E, and then you switch to this character, you press E again, and then you switch to this character. But this is where it gets crazy, because then you press Q, and Q does big damage, boom boom. All right, like, this isn't fucking rocket science, right? Like, if you make fucking content like that, and he'd be fine. But instead of taking accountability, he has decided to say he may harm himself, say his mental health is down the drain, brings in personal stuff about his wife cheating, which nobody cares, right? Like, I'm be honest, like, if you guys are looking for someone who's highly sympathetic, it's just not me, okay? Like, we're gonna get into backgrounds and how that plays a role, but like, I'm just gonna explain that to y'all right now. There's gonna be no sympathy from me in this entire video, and probably any of my videos ever, unless it's like some really like serious shit that someone didn't bring upon themselves. Like, if a dude backflips off a cliff without a parachute and he thinks he can fly, there's not much sympathy that can come from my soul. Like, I'm fucking sorry, okay? Like, there's very limited emotions I have to give to other shit and other people, and some dude on the internet who's a fucking lying piece of shit is just not one of them, okay? Like, it's not my responsibility, it's not yours, it's nobody's but his. But the whole point in all of this, and these creators that try to emotionally manipulate people, I want you guys to all consider the fact that without you, they would be no one. They wouldn't be anywhere. They had the support of thousands to millions of people, and they fucking squandered it. Okay, when a creator fucks up as bad as he did, there is not sympathy to be had. Anything that does happen, he very much did it to himself. Any claims of harming oneself, that is not my responsibility as a viewer. That is not your responsibility as a viewer. And that is not the responsibility of any creator with whom he's done wrong to, who is now speaking out about lies and half-truths that he's spreading. This is not anyone's responsibility. Now that that's out of the way, what should he do? Someone who is actually mentally unstable, going through a lot of grief and stress, especially when it comes to work, you know, maybe it's time to take a break, right? For a normal job. For this kind of job, you're just not fucking built for the internet. I'm fucking sorry, dude. Like, if you're a very emotional person, or if you don't have it in you to literally make it through fucking anything that can happen online, of course, I'm not talking about like some crazy, like somebody blows your house up, right? If you can't make it through any kind of internet drama, I'm sorry to say, but it's just not the career for you. And everybody working grueling ass jobs are just not gonna sit here feeling bad. It's just not gonna happen, bro. I work a job that like made my back look like a fucking crouton, bro. Like it's very hard. Oh my god. Hottie. On to the next point. We're gonna get into what the fuck is actually going on and why most of these creators are, 1, unrelatable, 2, fake as fuck, and 3, deserve no sympathy from anyone in the none of the other creators in the community and none of the fucking viewers. So I'm not gonna I feel like I don't have to name everyone I'm talking about. I think it's very fucking obvious if you have paid any attention to the Gacha community, and by Gacha I mean fucking Holioverse, and now it's unfortunately bled into Wuthering Waves, which is the most unfortunate outcome. I was really hoping most of these motherfuckers just please stay away from Wuthering Waves, because let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about the whole I am holier than thou, I am morally superior, I am only good, there's no bad, I hate drama, even though it somehow follows this community like the fucking plague. It feels like a fucking flea, and we're all the dogs, unfortunately forced to fucking experience them nibbling on our ears and fucking backs, begging for attention. But we all hate it, you know. Fleas hate sucking your blood and fucking latching onto you. They really fucking hate it. But no, the truth is, nobody's perfect. None of these people are as good as they say. And the truth is, I think most of them are just stuck in high school and never matured. A lot of them are super young when they gained popularity and fame and money. And we are seeing the outcome of that. We are seeing a lot of very immature people interact. We're seeing a lot of people who can't take fucking heat stand in the kitchen. And I think that's the biggest problem. I think these creators are genuinely just too fucking soft. This whole thing goes into being too fucking soft. I don't think they've experienced enough hardship in life. I don't think they've... Let me clarify that. I don't know exactly what these people have been through, but I'll tell you they haven't had a very difficult life for most of them. They just haven't. Because the shit that pisses people off in this community is fucking insane. Like disagreeing about a character, how good they are. Like you're really gonna get emotional about this shit. You're gonna be emotional about being called a mint picker. Like that's the worst shit you've been called in your life. Like I want you guys to understand these are emotionally fucking immature people. They are stuck in the 6th grade level of maturity and emotional intelligence. And honestly, they're fucking cowards. And if there's one thing that disgusts me more than anything else, I can handle someone being an asshole. I can handle someone being a jerk. I can handle someone I can handle a fucking psychopath, right? The thing I can't handle is a fucking coward. Someone who will fucking lay on their back and watch everything, watch the worst shit happen. They could watch a fucking village be burned, and if it inconveniences them, they would say nothing to no one and watch everyone just bleed out and die. That is the kind of person I fucking hate, and that perfectly sums up what the Genshin specifically, or I guess is more broadly Gacha community nowadays. I think the whole drama could have been avoided if the supposed friends checked one another and actually spoke up, because I don't know how they think friendships work, but being friends doesn't mean you sit here and talk shit to me about somebody else in our career field, and I never ask you specific questions, and I never tell you, hey, you probably shouldn't do that because of XYZ. Or when they get in drama, I'm like super silent because I don't want it to inconvenience me. But we're friends. We're friends though. Hey, I'll never help you publicly, but we're friends. Get the fuck out of here. And that's what I mean by coward. It's really, really fucking difficult to have sympathy for cowards, especially people who have money, people who have influence, people who have what some people will never get in their lives. A lot of these creators have made so much fucking dirty money through fucking gacha games, which is basically gambling. And people living vicariously through them, right? So many people, and it's not because Gacha's a good game, we all know it's fucking not, right? But these people have made so much fucking money and they have so much influence, and what do they do with that? Fucking nothing. And again, you know which creators I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the egg side, obviously. I'm talking about the side that is now imploding on itself because they didn't get to experience a very basic human reality that you should learn throughout your time in school, I think, about human interaction and friendships. So, which is very strange. I know Dish, right? Dish is a female. I would think she would know this shit a lot sooner than some of the guys, maybe, right? But there's a lot of clicks in talking, really petty shit that some humans do and never grow out of, and being part of these will inevitably get you in trouble. Being too scared to speak up when something wrong is happening is what allows evil to prevail in the world, and this is something they should know, we all should know. And I am very disappointed that it took them being called out to say anything about Atsu. Like, and this is something that I don't think anyone should forget or forgive, and it's a very big sign of their character. I believe most of these guys are older than me by quite a bit. I may look kind of old, like 50, but I'm not that old, okay, guys? I'm pretty sure these guys are older than me. It's actually really depressing to see the state of like people nowadays, like the absolute like pussy behavior. We're past the 10-minute mark. Yeah, we're past 10-minute mark. The absolute pussy behavior makes me want to fucking vomit. It literally makes me so sick. Every time I see how these people act, it makes me want to fucking blow my brains out. It's so pathetic. I don't understand how you guys let things get to a point where everyone is being pushed into drama because one dude couldn't shut the fuck up and stop talking shit about people behind closed doors. If you got fucking issues, at least have the balls to say it in public and clarify it so the person can defend themselves. And as we saw from Braxophone and Atsu, this situation, if Atsu had the balls to just say what he felt at their first encounter publicly or to Braxophone, none of this shit would happen because Braxophone was in the fucking right. Like, you guys are fucking weird. Don't get me started on all this other shit when it comes to predators in the community that nobody wants to fucking talk about. This is something we all need to know, by the way. This is a community full of children, and from what I'm tracking, there are fucking people in this community that is tracking somebody is a predator. This is something we need to know. This is something that people are keeping under wraps for some reason, and this just makes me question everyone in the space in terms of their fucking what. It just makes me question their morals completely. Like, I guess I shouldn't expect much from people who like gamble for a living, basically, right? I guess. But at the same time, it's like there's basic human decency that all of these people seem to fucking lack. And I don't care about this bullshit. What's better, Wuthering Waves or Genshin? Just shut the fuck up. I know I mentioned Genshin's trash, but there's a way more serious fucking level to all of this shit that really has to be addressed. And that is morality and what the fuck we're gonna accept in a community. And I think it's time we started talking very seriously about this, right? Stop being fucking pussies and stop being scared to speak up, because when you have the power and you refuse to speak up, all you're doing is holding a position that somebody who's willing to fucking speak up and do something about could fucking have. You guys are fucking waste of space at that point. If you aren't willing to call out, because no Braxophone thing, the whole reason Atsu was weirded out by Braxophone is because he mentioned that he heard somebody was a predator, which is fucking serious. If I was Atsu, I would have probably looked into that shit and been like, oh, really? Like, or asked him to elaborate more or shit like that, right? Like, this isn't something you ignore in a fucking community like this. If you guys want an example, look at the Smash Bros community and what the fuck happened. This isn't something you just sweep under the rug and ignore the fact that it's going on, right? And that's right there. It just makes this whole community look fucking disgusting, because apparently right now there's still someone. There's someone. I believe it's a voice actor. If I recall, it's a voice actor. There's no voice actors talking about this, which voice actors are a whole different situation of morally fucking inept. But I'm not talking about any specific voice actor or all of them in general, but it was some Funimation shit that happened a few years ago that, yeah. But to get back on topic, there's shit in this community that needs to be addressed, and the fact nobody's addressing it is very concerning. It makes me lose respect for a lot of people in the space, and I hope that at least the people I like and support will say something if they hear something about this shit. I'm not saying say shit without proof, but if something comes out and you think it's viable enough, or there's enough smaller pieces of evidence for something, you need to fucking speak up. There's no more of this I don't like drama shit, okay? Some shit is fucking serious, and I really think it's disgusting that anyone will have the attitude of, it's not my problem, I'm not gonna speak on it. That's a more serious case, and this less serious case when it comes to Atsu and all of his friends. Again, I want to just say all of this could have been avoided if you guys weren't so fucking pussy, if you all spoke your mind. Nobody's fucking perfect. The fact that you guys are so hell-bent on trying to portray yourself as such just shows how fucking detached you really are. You're not relatable. There's a reason Tectone is fucking slaughtering all of you in terms of views. There's a fucking reason. Through all his flaws and all the times he's fucking wrong, which is a lot. Trust me, I watch him. And I think in a previous video I said Asmongold as well. These people be fucking wrong, but they're more right than they are wrong. And throughout all of their bullshit, they never change fucking face. They never apologize for shit that they shouldn't apologize for. They never act perfect. They bear a lot of their flaws on their fucking sleeve. And this is something the gacha community as a whole needs to learn from. I don't care how you guys feel about these people personally. Most of you don't know them personally. I don't know them personally, but you can learn shit from people whether you like them or not. Like, if you're smart, that's how you would operate. I think overall it's just a very emotional community. None of this shit really matters. It's fucking video games, right? And most of these guys they make thousands a year. They make hundreds of thousands a year to millions a year. You're all fucking set. Most of you are gonna be fucking fine. Be honest. You're in a position where you can speak up when your friends are doing something wrong, so that your friend doesn't end up in the position that they're in right now, where there's so many people having to defend themselves. And you guys could have saved Atsu from this if you guys care about him. Not that's your responsibility, but if you guys genuinely care about him, and like you guys say, you could have saved him from this by just speaking up years ago, like immediately. And if he wanted to talk shit about you, fuck it, who cares? Who cares? You guys were so desperate to move up this ladder. You guys sacrificed a large piece of your fucking humanity. And it's honestly disgusting to see. When I watch most of these people, it's not even like I don't have a sense of I'm hearing a real person. I see a fucking bot. I see like the lowest of the low, most pathetic kind of person that I have met. Fucking janitors, I've met garbage men, I've met fucking people with jobs that a lot of people don't look fondly on, and they have so much more character and personality, and they're so much more morally fucking ept. I know inept is a thing. Is ept a word? They're morally ept. It's a word now, okay? But I know people in like position in the military. I know so many people I work with who have just so much more character, and their morals are like just so much more deep and interesting than people with so much influence and power. It really makes you question. Like, this whole dynamic is very weird, because I feel like Mr. Beast, for example, is a very rare case of a influencer, and I think that's really tragic, because whereas billionaires, right, typically they sell us a product, we buy the product, we get something out of the exchange, but when it comes to influencers, it really is more of especially when it comes to streamers too, it really is more of, we value the entertainment, and we should be valuing the person to an extent because they are the entertainment, right? And people, when it comes to streamers, people donate a various amounts. Do I think any streamer does work that deserves fucking $1,000 donations, for example? Probably not. From one person, probably not. But it's something that can happen, right? Like, I think that whole position is very privileged, and through the people in which you guys entertain and speak to and share your own like life with, they're the ones who make you what you are. I think you're doing a huge disservice to them when you sacrifice your morals and the well-being of maybe them and other people in the community for moral superiority in your head. Like, it's not actual moral superiority, you just feign it. It's just fake. And I think that's such a disservice and misuse of the power you were given. This is like a politician who becomes fucking president, and then their entire term as president, they're like, well, I don't want to talk about anything controversial about my country. Like, what the fuck? The fuck you here for? Like, how are you gonna be a fucking Twitch streamer and then be like, I don't want to talk about drama surrounding Twitch. Like, what the fuck? I have the power to maybe help, but I don't want to talk about it. Like, what the fuck? That's literally part of, like, it's kind of just responsibility at that point, which is another facet to all of this that I think a lot of these creators are missing out on. That whether you signed up for it or not, or whether you know you signed up for it or not, you have responsibility once you start gaining a certain level of influence over groups of people. It literally doesn't matter what your job is. If you have influence over people, you do have a responsibility to, at the bare minimum, not lead them astray or fucking lie to them, right? So that's the bare minimum. At least protect your audience from bullshit. Because now what you guys did was ignore all of this. Now your audiences are suffering as well, because they're like, man, I like you, but then this guy who's your friend, who I thought you guys were like these amazing people, now he's saying you're a bad person. Now you're saying he's a bad person. If you would have just avoided all of this, you wouldn't be having to deal with drama to the level it is. And this is the whole point that I'm trying to make. It's just recognize your fucking privilege of your position. Recognize that life isn't fucking sunshine and rainbows. Bad shit is gonna fucking happen, and you gotta power through that shit. And I think you guys are teaching these young kids, which is why fucking Gacha Twitter, Gacha Reddit is so fucking toxic and fucking stupid. It's because these are all kids, right? We all fucking know this. These are mostly like children with no responsibilities. I think the bare minimum is that you guys can teach these kids to fucking own up to their situations. You can teach them to take responsibility. You guys can teach them it's okay to check friends and to get checked by friends if you're doing wrong or they're doing wrong. And that's the whole point of having friends, is to keep each other on track, is to support one another and make sure none of us end up in situations like we're in now. As far as I'm concerned, the closest thing to friends I see does not come from that side. As far as I'm concerned, the Tuonto, Atsu, Dish, fucking Zy0x, I don't see friends over there on that end of the spectrum. I really don't. I think it's way more authentic the way Gacha Smack, Vulcan, Brax, Tectone, yeah, I think that whole side just seems Hex, right? It just seems a lot more authentic. And you know why it seems authentic? Because they are fucking assholes sometimes. Except Vulcan. He's the exception. He's not human though. Like, he's Canadian, but like the rest of them, it's like they're assholes sometimes, and that's how you know they're being fucking real. Like, sometimes you're just gonna sound like an asshole, and the thing is, if they're sounding like an asshole but what they're saying is fucking true, that's how you know they're being as fucking real as possible. Because sometimes people are so fucking stupid, and I'm not gonna be like, well, you know, so I'm just gonna be like, yo, you're fucking dumb, bro. What the fuck you talking about, boy? You dumbass motherfucker. That's how you know they're being real, okay? Like, if somebody's trying to be all, I hate drama, get the fuck out of here, bro. First of all, there's a reason shit like Bad Girls Club fucking has been lasting as long as it did, right? I don't know if it's still going, but I would not be surprised. That shit lasted fucking forever throughout all of my childhood, okay? So there's reasons shit like that exists. Everybody loves fucking drama. If it's not them, if they're a part of it, you know, it's varying results. Most of us don't like that. But like, if you're trying to pretend that you're not a human being, people are gonna stop relating to you, and when drama pops off, like, you just look fake as fuck. Like, y'all just fake. Like, what the fuck? Like, you guys really believe that, like, once people grow up, and these audiences are growing up, right? Gitch's been out for 4 years. Your audiences are growing up, so they're gonna start experiencing more emotions. These fucking little 12-year-old kids, they're now 16. And they're going through a breakup. They lost friends. They've gained new friends. They've been through high school drama. They're gonna learn that you guys are full of fucking shit. Okay, so you either act real now, or you fucking don't act real. You'll eventually end up like Atsu. That is the fucking circle, or Enviosity, which is a worst case scenario. A pussy who reached too far. He's fucking Icarus, right? Don't be Icarus. Don't fly to the sun with fucking wings made out of wax. If you're gonna fly to the fucking sun, at least get in a fucking plane or a fucking spaceship made out of goddamn steel. Your heart should be goddamn steel or fucking metal. I don't know what the fuck they use, titanium. Whatever they use for fucking spaceships, okay? Don't go trying to reach the sun in a fucking wax wings. God damn. But that's my yapping session. How you guys doing, man? I'm gonna get a new camera soon, hopefully. I got me a new snake. His name is Mika, or her name. I would take it to the vet. I haven't taken it to the vet yet, so I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. But we're gonna take Mika to the vet and figure that out. So a lot of my money is going towards that now, and my dog, of course, right? But I will get a new camera eventually. I hope that didn't lower the joy you all felt. But if that's the case, just fucking listen, bro. Chill. Like, what the fuck? You don't have to look at me. I ain't gonna like to look at anyway. I just do this because, like, I'm gonna express my emotions. I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, not cowardly to not show your face when we talk about this, but I'm not like established. Like, I want people to know like the face behind my opinions, especially when it's something serious like fucking morality and people lying and covering shit up. Yeah, if we figure out who that predator is, please guys, renew some sort of fucking respect for me and expose them. Like, please, like, what the fuck? I feel like I should have seen this shit, but all right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. Let me know what you think down below. Are you guys happy with the gacha community? If you say yes, you're a fucking idiot. Bye.